Great day in North Florida. How you doing today, Cole?
Doing great, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Let me just put my headset on. Oh, it's good to be back.
It is good to be back. Well, this team up here has been really disappointing somewhere in this area right here.
Jesus, just a little bit.
Yeah. Anyways, we are definitely swagged out tonight, ready to talk about some fantasy football and some regular football topics. So, do you want me to go over what we're going into today?
Yes, that would be amazing, Cole.
All right, we got a couple of topics today. So, week one, who has disappointed us? Whose stock is rising, or whose stock is actually falling in fantasy football? And then we're going to go into the opposite. Whose stock is rising? 3 players in each, so we're going to have 6 players total there. We're also going to take a look at our very, 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 very early MVP.
Yes, sir.
Top 3 in the runnings there. And then we're going to take a look at our favorite rookie performance and our favorite team performance. And then we're also going to take a look at the first half reaction after we watch some more football tonight. So
Baltimore Ravens versus the Raiders.
Yes. Darren
Exciting.
Baller, please do well for me. Thank
Lamar. I'm excited to watch Lamar. Can we just talk about how week 1 football is here?
Yes, and how I would like to burn the flag behind me, because that would be sweet.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was a very disappointing week for Cole and I. The Vikings losing to the Bengals in overtime, and then the Jaguars just not having the start they were looking for, you know?
Yeah, the start we were looking for. How about not throwing 3 interceptions and not getting blown out by the worst team in football? Okay, we're done with the negativity now. Eric, would you like to go into your first player with the stock rising?
Yes. One thing I'd like to go over real quick. If you didn't really pay attention too much to the league, just in PPR, since it was a poor start for running backs this week, McCaffrey has always led the crowd. But we had 3 games result in a loss due to Dalvin Cook, Damian Harris, and Nick Chubb all fumbling the ball, fumbling the game away. Nick Chubb losing to the Chiefs, Damian Harris losing to the Dolphins.
Gotta hold on to those balls, guys. Let's go. Come on.
Dalvin Cook fumbling the ball in overtime. We were going to kick the field goal and win. We should be 1-0. We're not going to talk about it. I will jump into my 3 players who I think the stock is rising. And then I'll throw it over to Cole. First one, Corey Davis. I know what y'all are thinking. He's on the Jets. What do we think of Zach Wilson? Zach Wilson, towards the end, was getting a rhythm going. Even though he lost Mekhi Becton, they're thinking it might be an MCL sprain, which is a very good thing to hear. We're hoping that's what the deal is. So hopefully Zach Wilson has a healthy year. He has a confident year. And if that is so, Corey Davis will excel. No problem about it. He was breaking tackles. He was creating space. He was catching touchdowns. 7 targets, 5 catches, 3 yards short of 100, 2 touchdowns. Adam Thielen looks absolutely ageless. I don't know why y'all were hating. I have no idea why y'all were hating.
How old is he now?
He's in his 30s. I'm going to say he's 32, 33. I'd like to Cole, can you verify that for me as I keep talking about him?
Keep going, bro.
10 targets, 9 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And one of them was on 4th and 4 where we needed it bad. Thielen came in the clutch, and I almost pooped my pants. This guy is amazing, and I love him so much. He was the big bro with Justin Jefferson. He was, and he was the guy we were able to count on that game. Dalvin Cook was struggling, but no, dude. Thielen came in the clutch and gave us an opportunity. Kirk played decently as well. Jumping to my last guy. Shout out to Tyson, Bears, David Montgomery. And literally, if you did not watch him play, the first thing you're going to think is burst, dude. Exploding through that line. Against a very, very good defensive line. We're talking about Aaron Darnold, Hall of Famer. And, yes, he was just exploding. He was breaking the first tackle. He looked very fresh. I got to say, the only running backs that looked just as good or better than him was Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, and Kamara. Yes, I did not bring up Derrick Henry. I thought Derrick Henry definitely struggled. We're not even going to get into it. But Montgomery looked sick.
Yes,
so sick. 1 target, 10 yards, 16 rushes for the Rams. 16 rushes against the Rams defense and 108 yards rushing and a touchdown. He looked baller.
I did remember saying something about that to you. I think he looks really explosive. He looks like he can make a break He can get to the outside. He can see the hole. He can literally reverse the field and break through a hole that he sees. He looks like a completely new running back this year.
Absolute stud. And I want to give a quick shout out to Shea. Dude, good job. Shea is
the farmer.
Shea the farmer. In our very important league, the one I take the most seriously, he has Thielen and David Montgomery on his team. Great picks, man. These guys are going to have a phenomenal year. Corey Davis is on my team, by the way.
I got to give it up to you, Shea. That's a nice
solid.
One right there.
And he has Tyler Lockett. Great pick.
Oh, my
Tyler
God.
Lockett. Like, good job.
200 points? Jeez.
So who are your 3 players that are on the stock? Or their stock is rising?
On the stock. All right, on the stock, I've got my first one here is somebody who we've been waiting on for a long time, former first overall pick, Jameis Winston.
Woo! Go Knowles, baby. Not really.
Yeah, let's talk about Jacksonville State there. Anyways, we'll not get into that. Jameis Winston looked amazing. And he looked amazing in the preseason, but the preseason is the preseason, and holy shit. It was worth the wait, because this guy looks like he is poised to possibly be an MVP candidate this year. It's really early. It's week 1. But, look, he has definitely learned from Drew Brees. He's definitely taken the mistakes that he made in Tampa Bay to heart, and he's turned a new leaf, I think. So I think Jameis Winston is a guy to watch, and a fantasy quarterback that, if he's still sitting there, go ahead and pick him up, because he's going to light it up. Now, my second player here, Debo Samuel. So Debo Samuel was pretty much the entire 49ers offense yesterday, which was awesome to watch, but I don't know. Brandon Iuke is definitely on the questionable now, and Trey Sermon actually got benched before the game.
Benched. Oh, okay.
He literally got told he was not going to play that day. He was completely healthy. So he's still on my roster, and he was one of my sleepers, as you guys know. So we'll see what happens in San Francisco. Anyways, my last player here is Joe Mixon.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I know. It's a hard name to say when you're talking about a good fantasy player. But wow, Joe Mixon looked really good, and I think he's actually second. He had the second best performance out of all running backs yesterday. So pretty impressive.
Good for him.
And if he can keep putting it together and not get injured, stay on the field this year, he might be pretty damned good.
And I'm not trying to be biased, but the Vikings do have a solid defensive line. Anthony Barr may have been out, and he helps contain, but for the most part, our defensive line is very good, and he was getting his way. And shout out to the O-line. I talked a lot of trash about their O-line. Are we jumping into the 3 players we don't like and their stocks they're downgrading?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. I'll jump into it real quick. Cole mentioned him already, Brandon Iuke. Guys, this is week 1, and we're kind of just going through this. He had 0 targets. They're still in a weird QB situation, picking between Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. Trey Lance came in through a touchdown pass. I'm sure they want Trey Lance to be coming in as soon as they can. But Debo absolutely snapped, had a home run slam time of game. And then we had George Kittle get back in the picture. He looks healthy. Heavy run team. You got Elijah Mitchell. I forgot his first name. His last name's Hasty. Then Raheem Mostert got hurt. But that being said, I just question the target. 0 targets is kind of alarming. Do they have a shutdown corner in Detroit that I don't know about?
They might have had one. The former first overall pick, Jeff Okudah, is out for the year. Achilles.
There you go.
Tore his Achilles. Man,
that's terrible. That sucks.
So their only decent looking corner this year that I can think of is completely done for the year.
Okay.
And Detroit is.
Second, all Broncos wide receivers. Teddy Bridgewater is on pace to have his best year yet, but the most touchdowns he's ever thrown in a single season is 15 touchdowns. They also have 2 sick running backs. They have Melvin Gordon and they have Javonte Williams.
Is that for real?
Williams is
15?
15 touchdowns.
Jesus.
And then Javonte Williams is the rookie out of North Carolina, which they like a lot. Melvin Gordon had a decent game. He had a 70-yard touchdown that really gave him some fluff on his fantasy points. Yeah. So, but they are committed to the run. They had 29 rushes. I don't expect Teddy to throw more than 22, 25 touchdowns. That's being generous. They have a lot of targets there. They have a lot of mouths to feed. So yeah, if you're a Broncos wide receiver, like I think you're just trying to get lucky with whoever you got. Jerry Jeudy, Sutton, Patrick. I do like Fans. I think like they really do like Fan. Fan might be their number one target, but we'll see. My last one is Tyler Boyd. We're talking fantasy. Like, I don't like Tyler Boyd. We're talking overall player. Tyler Boyd's a very consistent wide receiver, and he's probably going to help the Bengals win. But Jamar Chase looked outstanding. T. Higgins looked outstanding, and Mixon can catch the ball out the backfield. It's going to be the Jamar Chase, Mixon, Higgins show all day. If they're able to shut those three down, then Tyler Boyd will get more involved. But compared to his past years, where Tyler Boyd's kind of been has been a sleeper, I think that narrative is starting to fade away. Cole, who are your three players that stock is downgrading?
All right, I'm going to start with Cleveland Browns receiver Odell Beckham Jr.
Dude,
Not because of his on the field play, okay, but Jesus Christ, man, we have got to get him on the field, or not we, I don't care, but personally, he has got to get on the field. What happens if OBJ can't stay on the field again this year? Is this his last shot? Because even though the narrative surrounding Mayfield's statistics, I'm not sure if you've heard that argument.
What?
Basically, I think it was Colin Cowherd, but he's saying OBJ, because of the statistics of his passer rating and everything, when OBJ is playing is lower, that OBJ is hurting Baker Mayfield's production.
And did he play this weekend?
He did not.
And the Browns had a very excellent performance.
Yes, but correlation does not equal causation. And whatever it is that is going on with OBJ, I don't care. He's got limited time to figure it out because I don't think that they're going to put up with it for very much longer.
I will say I do like that take from Colin Cowherd, because when you do have a player like OBJ, you almost feel like you're forced to feed someone like that.
When you have a player like OBJ, though, you might also pull a double coverage.
Yeah, that's very true.
So, really until we actually review the film, that might be a good topic, actually, to start with.
There we go.
Until we take a look at that, we can't say for sure if the correlation there is causation. But he's his last shot, okay? So we're not going to spend much more time on that. However, my second player here, and more so of an entire backfield, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And holy God. Okay, so you know that scene in The Office where he's like, no, God, please, no. No. God, please, no. No. That is the Tampa Bay fucking backfield, dude. Just, if you're a fantasy this year, don't pick up Leonard Fournette. Don't pick up Ronald Jones. I don't even know who the third guy is right now. Don't pick him up, dude. Just stay away from Tampa Bay. Because, bro, we got Ronald Jones here getting benched for Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny. We'll see. He's
like
playoff
Lenny.
I love him too, man. But he really hasn't been very productive.
Ronald Jones sucks.
As far as fantasy goes, Leonard Fournette has not been very useful to a lot of people. So, anyways, just stay away from Tampa Bay. No, God, please, no.
Niner.
Anyways, my last and final player here is a surprise on this list. But, man, Julio Jones. He really pissed off Mike Vrabel. He took a shot at corner. Oh man, one of the Cardinals corners.
He tried to punch him?
Yeah, he tried to punch him.
No way.
Mike Vrabel came out in a press conference, I think yesterday actually, and was like, "Oh yeah, he's doing stupid shit to hurt the team or something like that." Like he said, he cussed him out in the press conference and everything.
Dude.
Man, it is
That's
looking
bad.
So I'm not saying that Julio Jones is not a good player, okay? Because we all know that Julio Jones is Julio Jones. What I am saying is that he's done something to piss off his head coach. And if you're doing something to piss off your head coach, that is
red flag
a fucking good
all
idea.
The way.
Yeah,
that flag is on fire.
If your coach has the audacity to come out in public at a press conference and say he's doing stupid shit,
Week
quote,
1,
unquote.
Week 1.
In week 1, you are doing stupid shit.
You're being a dumbass.
I know. I love Julio Jones. I think he's one of the more well-tempered receivers in the league, but whatever. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, I'm going to pass it back to you. I think we're going into our top 3 MVP candidates. Way too early predictions.
Yes. So we are, but since we're running short on time and the game's about to start, I'm going to go through my MVP top 3, my favorite rookie, and my favorite team. I'm going to make it really quick, and then we're going to throw it over to Cole. Number 1 is Kyler. He has 5 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, but I don't know if y'all watched him batter the Titans. If you guys have been watching the show, you know that the Titans are one of my favorite teams in the Super Bowl. And he literally just bent them over a rail and had his way with them. They literally had no answer. He was running around, playing backyard football. Dude's just an absolute baller. And if he can keep it up, either like I said, 5 total touchdowns. If he can keep it up, he's going to have a phenomenal year. Number 2, Russell Wilson. They let Russ cook, and Russ did exactly that. 4 touchdowns, 5 incompletions. Tyler Lockett had a hell of a day. I hope they get Chris Carson more involved, but we'll see. My final guy is Mr. Jameis Winston, and Cole brought him up earlier. Broke the record for fewest yards thrown when scoring 5 touchdowns. NFL record. And if I'm going to say anything, a diehard Florida State fan, I was a little kid when I watched Jameis Winston win us that national championship in 2013. Jameis Winston has very, very, very high ceiling. He can be an excellent football player. He just needs guidance and he needs discipline in his life. Jimbo Fisher is not afraid to come over and grab that guy by his mask and tell him what the hell he was doing wrong. And ever since, he's kind of just been, he's been all right. He's been average at best. But Sean Payton is a Hall of Fame coach, and I think Sean Payton is going to get the best out of Jameis Winston. And the best out of Jameis Winston is at minimal playoff appearance. He is a good football player.
I think it's better. I got to be honest.
Like, we're talking about the Packers. We're talking about the Packers. He just battered.
Absolutely. Took them, put them on the floor, got them wet, and used them as a fucking mop.
Yeah, dude.
He cleaned the
fucking
floor.
Mop the floor with their face.
Yeah.
Fucking cheeseheads. All right. Favorite rookie, Devonta Smith, and I called you, bro. Like, Devonta is the man. High work ethic, creates space. Dude, he's uncoverable. He led the Eagles in receiving yards. His first game ever as a rookie. And he got a nice touchdown. He was wide the hell open. He may be skinny and light, but dude, that skinny and lightness gets him space, bro. And he's wide the fuck open. Favorite teams? It's between the Broncos and the Browns. The Browns have the most phenomenal offensive line ever. Like, dude, you don't need vision to be on the Browns and run the ball. Nick Chubb is running through gaping holes. And Nick Chubb's going to have a phenomenal year, by the way. He should have 3 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt is killing it too. If you have Kareem Hunt, good for you. I think he's easily a running back 2, a flex kind of value. We're talking about and Steven Stefanski's doing a great job. They could have definitely beat the Chiefs if Nick Chubb did not fumble the ball like I brought up earlier. Broncos. We're talking about the Broncos now, transition. So defense is really good. Offensive line is decent. They have running backs. They have all the receivers you can imagine. KJ Hamler, Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy, Noah Fant, and Cortland Sutton. Teddy Bridgewater. If there's any way I'm going to describe Teddy Bridgewater, it's like he knows how to win games and he doesn't make mistakes. Like he does the right things. He may not throw a lot of touchdowns, but he doesn't make errors. Minnesota had him for a good period of time. The only reason he didn't win a playoff game is because of Blair Walsh missed a 27-yard field goal that went wide left. And it was very sad. It was because of a very good Seattle team who ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. Or no, they went and played the Super Bowl against the Patriots and lost the last play. Regardless, though, Teddy Bridgewater is very good, and they have a very good supporting cast around them. Broncos are a dark horse for me, and I see them going very far at playoffs minimum. Cole, I'm going to throw it back to you. Who's your MVP top 3, your favorite rookie, and favorite team?
All right, running through this real quick, guys. I'm going to start with actually number 3, which is a name I'm not sure you've seen on here yet, but Matthew Stafford. I think Matthew Stafford has been underappreciated in Detroit since the beginning of his career, and it's a sad situation for him, but finally he gets the chance to prove himself. He gets the chance to show the NFL how good he is. I think he might come out and be an NFL or an MVP candidate this year. So he's
what did he do
3.
on a second or third throwing play, Cole?
I think he launched a deep touchdown to Jefferson to former Gator Jefferson. I can't remember his freaking first name right now.
Van Jefferson
Van Jefferson.
blew the roof off the place, bro. Completely
Absolutely
just
incredible.
off.
You saw a preview of exactly what Jared Goff could not do for Sean McVay.
Exactly.
And
Facts.
one last thing here.
100%.
Sean McVay told the press that he needed a partner and not somebody to train.
Ooh,
and Matthew
shots.
Stafford is a partner. He is about the same age as Sean McVay anyways. Moving on to number 2, I've got Patrick Mahomes. No surprise here. Comeback win against the Browns. Absolutely lit it up. I mean, he's going to be on this top 3 MVP candidacy for the next 15 freaking years, probably.
Fuck it. Tyreek's out there somewhere, right?
So, yeah, just throw up the ball and see if Tyreek can make it there in time or whatever, But Patrick Mahomes is obviously one of the easiest candidates you can name. My number 3 here, because we don't need to talk about... number 1 here is actually going to be Kyler Murray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kyler Murray looked absolutely nuts.
Doing whatever he wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. And the guy's got 4.3 speed. Let's not forget about it. Oh, and the classic, he's too short to draft. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
4.3 speed and a guy who had an offer to play professional baseball. I want that guy, okay? I don't care what the fuck his height is. I don't care what the fuck his weight is. Sorry for the cussing, but...
We don't give a fuck.
We see this narrative every single year. It doesn't matter. If you can throw the football accurately, you can run around the pocket, I want you on my team. So, whatever. Favorite rookie, Jamar Chase.
Fuck you.
Not a guy that I was personally a fan of heading into the season, and especially not Eric, as you could just hear. But a guy who certainly came out and changed the narrative yesterday, and that was a huge performance, 100 yards and a touchdown for Jamar Chase, not dropping passes like we saw all preseason and all in camp. So that was a big-time performance from Jamar Chase. Shut a lot of people up. Looks like they went number 1, actually, in Cincinnati. My favorite team. Again, maybe not my favorite team, maybe not the team that's going to win the Super Bowl or anything, but holy hell, the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking awesome, dude.
They look really good.
Jameis Winston blew it up. They blew out Green Bay, a Super Bowl favorite heading into this year.
38-3, in case y'all don't know what blowout means.
Yep, with the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
He
didn't do anything.
They took out Rodgers early and put him in the second team. It was that bad.
Yeah, and Rodgers, I actually started Rodgers in fantasy, so...
Real quick, yeah, if y'all are hating on Tony and Devontae Adams or Aaron Jones or Aaron Rodgers, it was just a bad game, y'all. They're going to be okay.
They're going to be just fine.
Don't worry about them.
Unless they are literally... I saw this funny conspiracy theory that Aaron Rodgers came back just to make the Packers lose this year. That's obviously bullshit, but... funny scenario to think about. Anyways, I think that is about it. We're going to go ahead and take a few minutes to watch this first half of this football game, and we're going to come back and kind of just do our reactions to the first half here. And again, it is the Raiders playing the... Eric?
Ravens.
Yeah, Raiders
Lamar.
and Ravens. All right.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye-bye.